So yesterday evening at around about 5 BST time, we got introduced with probably one of the most craziest betas we've ever seen in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. And the reason this is so crazy and the reason I've actually gone ahead and downloaded this is because I want to play with the more customizable options for blocks. Oh, you guys know me and my custom blocks, but this is really weird because I've just made Sky Factory using entities, and I said on the video, I don't know when we're going to be getting transparent blocks. And it's here. Am I psychic or what? But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and copy my .mojang files, and I'm going to go on the insider program and actually install this thing. Wish me luck, and I hope I can leave it if it's not good. So I got things started off with a chicken and a slime. Yeah, they didn't go very well at the start. As you can see here, we got a cut off slime head and a chicken body as well. Also, I managed to get little hitboxes on the go. They weren't quite aligned correctly, so I had to adjust that quite a lot. And the next clip here is just me showing that the actual slime hitbox is correct now, which is quite nice. And it functions correctly, so if I walk up to it, I can actually go through it, which is brilliant. And I can actually stand on it, and it's slippery. Next, I wanted to just show you that I've actually added like a loot table to this now to give it a bit of life, and I kind of got a chicken model working-ish, and again a hitbox for it as well. So welcome to my little test world. Yes, this has been the test world of all morning for me. Anyway, I've kind of extended this little grass platform or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I've got 5 custom blocks in my hotbar, okay? Now, you're probably noticing already that there's a load of funkiness, and you've already seen the chicken mob and the slime crafter. This is what I started with. I wanted to make a chicken block. I'm sure you understand why, because obviously I created a map called Chicken Block, right? But you can see I got a little chicken in my hand. This is so cool, but there's some weird funkiness going on, right? Now, there's 4 total materials you can actually use for your custom blocks, okay? So, this leaf block is using one that probably most people will like to use, and it's a bit like using the slime material or the skeleton material, and it's called blend, okay? With your custom entities, okay? So this is like another version of that, but for blocks, okay? So, blend, as you can see, is good, but there's some really weird funkiness with it, especially when you hold it in third person. Like this, it's actually not too bad, so you could probably get away with it. But I don't know how this works or looks like if you're playing multiplayer, so you might look a bit weird running around with like a block that kind of cuts through your body. But yes, this is the blend material, okay? Now the slime is using exactly the same, the blend material, but it's not transparent. So it's actually like a solid block, so it's not too bad. But it's tiny, look, which is really cool. And this actually renders in your hand perfectly, in fairness. It's pretty cool, actually. And then, yeah, this is the chicken. This is using a material called Alpha Test. Now, the only issue with this one, it's better than blend, but it doesn't render properly in your hands. Now, I'm doing the same thing here with the dirt sapling and the DRP statue, but he's proper messed up. If I was using not the tester leaf, the blend material for the DRP statue, it would look a lot better. But he also will have a weird invisible outline around him. So anyway, this is what I kind of come up with through testing. And also there is 2 other materials, but I'm not using these at all. There's one called double-sided, and then there's another one called opaque. I don't really know what double-sided does, but I imagine it does double-sided, I guess. I have tested these, but they just went horrible with all of my blocks. So they kind of just went black and weird. And like the DRP one I'm holding now just had a bit of his face. But yeah, the other one, which is opaque, is pretty self-explanatory. If I had a opaque block, it wouldn't be transparent. It's pretty obvious, really. So I didn't even really play with it, to be fair. I've always wanted transparent blocks, and now we can finally get them. So I will actually have a download link for what I've actually made this morning if you want to go and check it out. If you do, please just smash the like button or something, because this has been a bit of a headache this morning, and it's been a lot of me trial and error this. Whew. But anyway, let's get on with the rest of the video, because that's what you all want to see, right? So we got a leaf block. Now I've just used the vine textures, and it's obviously gone around everywhere. But you can see this is a full-on block, and I've added some friction to it, so you walk slower on it, which is quite nice. And yeah, I mean, it's just pretty much a block, in all honesty. It's really got nothing going for it, to be fair. It will blow on fire. There is some other properties I've added to it, but I'll show you in a bit. I've got a slime crafter. Now, this is my personal favorite. I probably will just put him on top of there like that. Now, you probably just noticed that it actually emits some light. But yes, I've made a custom hitbox for this. Look at this. So if I walk near it, you see I slip on it as well, which is really funny. And if I go to break it, listen. It actually makes slime block noises, which is pretty cool. So this now is getting so close to like being, wow, this is like a proper custom block. But yes, the best feature about this is if you right click it, it's actually a freaking crafting table. What? Can you believe this? This is absolutely huge news. But currently, it can only support a 3x3 grid. Now, this actually says this here, as you can see. And I've tried doing 1, I've tried doing 2, I've tried doing 9. We can't do anything else. It says it only supports 3, and it does. I don't know if that's going to change. I really hope it does. Imagine that, man. A massive crafting grid. Oh, it's going to be so cool, man, if they actually implement that. But yes, this is probably the most advanced block I've created today. And this one can actually make custom stuff. So if I put 4 pieces of dirt like this, it makes a diamond. Look. Now, let me show you this. If I put 4 pieces of dirt like this, it doesn't make a diamond. Okay. That's a bit weird. Let's put a crafting table down and just try it again. Nope, doesn't make a diamond. But in the slime crafter, it does. So you can actually add tags to these crafting, like custom crafting tables, I'm going to call them. The blocks that you make. You can actually add custom tags. So it will just be for that thing, which is unbelievably amazing. So yeah, I can make diamond blocks now if I really wanted to. Look, nothing else will actually work in this because it hasn't actually got any recipes apart from these. But there is some more. There's this as well, look. Glass panes like this with a torch will give you a candle block, which is another new block that I've created. I'll show you in a second. Also, if I put a chicken block in here, I'm just showing you that these custom blocks work. A slime ball, a slime, and a piece of grass anywhere, it's going to create a slime crafter. Now, I'm just showing you again that this is completely shapeless. So I can put any of these anywhere I want, and it kind of just makes it, which is brilliant. Absolutely huge news this is. This is the main reason why I actually downloaded this, just to try out and figure out how to get custom crafting working 100%. But this is absolutely huge news. But yes, I've just created another one of these dudes, and I could craft in him if I really wanted to, and him. And if I break him, he's going to drop a slime ball, as you can see. And I didn't show you, if I break the leaves, it will drop some bamboo. I've only just kind of set that up quite quickly. Now, the chicken block is pretty cool. Obviously, I made this because I made Chicken Block, the map. This is the first block I made. I wanted to just see what the custom geometry was all about. But yes, if you make any models in Blockbench, I don't know if there's another program, but that's the only thing I've ever used. And I think a lot of people only use that, really. Yeah, you can, with the geometry you make with your models for your entities, you can just attach that to blocks now. So it does look a bit funky. I don't really know why it's doing this. I think it's something to do with this beta, but there's some really weird things going on with this beta. There's a lot of bugs. I imagine they're probably going to get reported, quite a lot of them anyway. But anyway, yeah, with this, you can see his feet are actually black. If I remove this block here, it will actually produce its feet. So yeah, I feel like this is super, super cool. And again, I've made a hitbox for this one and I've made a custom one for this one, look. So if I walk up to it like this and obviously jump, I can actually stand on it. And you can see I'm 100% standing on the chicken's head, okay? So yeah, all in all, I think this is pretty cool. Sapling. Now, you can definitely see in my hand that this is definitely not transparent, right? But it is. And it's the best way of doing saplings right now. If you use blend, it actually goes invisible on these kind of parts like this. So putting this to alpha test material is the best option for now. And again, I've added a kind of similar sort of size hitbox as the chicken to this, but I've added another tag to it. You can see definitely it's got a hitbox, right? But if I walk through it, I can just walk through it. Whereas if the chicken, I can't. Now, I've removed entity collision from this, okay? Again, if you download the pack, you can obviously just check it out yourself. But yeah, when you break this in survival, you will get the block back, just like a regular sapling. Again, I would like to find out how to make ticking, and this should eventually just grow. So, I imagine Sky Factory will be on hold for now, because there's no point using entities when I can just do it like this, right? Awesome, awesome, awesome. And lastly, I got the DRP statue here, and this is a bit weird, this one. It's a lot bigger than me. I think this is because it's rendering in as if I had armor on as well. So let me just kind of stand next to my little twin here. There we go. It's 100% bigger than me, but I feel like it's just because it's the armor that should be wrapped around me, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this is a good way of making statues now, I guess. And again, you could definitely see it's rendering in my ears and my nose, which is like the 3D helmet. And I think that is 100% what I'm saying. There is like the helmet outline. You can definitely see that, right? But yeah, this is using the alpha new material. And if I was using blend, it would have like slits through it. It's a similar sort of thing what it does with a chicken. It will have slits through it. It won't be as clean and neat as that. So I honestly think using alpha new for most of these, if you want to do entity kind of blocks, that's what I'm going to call them, you want to use alpha new, okay, for the material. So just before I do go on the candle block, I just wanted to show you, I've made the hitbox a bit different look from on this one. And if I walk in it, I kind of get a slippy look, which is quite weird. But I wanted to see if I could stack this up, you know. It doesn't work, unfortunately, guys. So just to prove a point, I've made another slime crafter here. And if I kind of like set this on top of it, it'll always be 16 by 16. I don't know how to do that. I'm guessing we need to make this guy lower down somehow. Again, a lot of testing is required, so this is completely new. I don't really know exactly everything as such yet. But yes, if I go to break this, I don't punch here. Obviously, I have to punch where the outline is. And yes, you'll see it break little DanRobzProbz' legs and arms, weirdly. And I'll get some beef from it. I've just given it the cow loot table. The chicken, just quickly, is got a cloth sound. And it drops chicken, and obviously you've seen that one. And then lastly, I got the candle block. Now, I just made this quickly in Blockbench. It's nothing too fancy here. It's just a candle in a glass box. But I was just wondering what it looks like and does it render correctly? And it does. Look at this. It looks so good. Like, if you make custom... Oh, no. If you make custom blocks in Minecraft now, and you actually make them in Blockbench, you can actually, like, put things inside them. This is so cool. Now, I'm wondering if I was to make the hitbox quite small like this, if I made that a crafting table, do you kind of understand what I mean? That would look pretty cool, I think. Like a mini crafting table. But yes, I can only break this if I'm aiming in the center, though. So, as you can see, I can break the grass underneath it, though. It's quite strange, isn't it? Now, I've also got a couple of other things just to show you. Now, this slime crafter is actually blast resistant 100%, okay? So if I light that quickly and just stand here, which isn't very safe, oh, you will see that it didn't even blow up. Look, that's because I give it blast resistance of 99999. Now, another thing, if I got a piston here, i.e. a sticky one and a non-sticky one, and we stick a lever on it. Okay, that's obviously going to function. If I put this here, it takes it. But look at the weirdness it does. Now, there's something else that's quite interesting. If I do give a DRP slime crafter, okay, and I just break this one, put this here, it doesn't actually function with the slime crafter. Now, I've disabled this. You can actually add this and disable it if you really want to. So you set it to true or false. Pretty cool, I think. But it also works with this one as well. So if I break this quickly, and then, yeah, you can obviously see it's been pushed. Now, you might be noticing this one kind of flickers a little bit. That's because it's actually got a light value of 1.0. Okay. So again, if I put this time to midnight, you'll 100% see they are producing light. Look, which is pretty cool. Another thing that I found out is what happens if you put gravity blocks on these things? Yep, it just breaks them. I don't know if you can actually add that yet to make your blocks have gravity or not. It would be a very, very cool feature if we could. Maybe in the future. I don't really know. And lastly, I just wanted to say or show you that water does not really affect these blocks, which is quite strange. Like, even if it's a sapling, I don't know if I'm done something wrong here or what, but I imagine you probably could make them so they are waterlogged at some point. But yes, I definitely can't put any water on it, and it just kind of goes around it, which is quite strange, right? Unfortunately, I don't have any more really blocks to demonstrate. Maybe I could put that on top of there, maybe? Yeah, there we go. We've removed the water completely, look. So anyway, I think that is pretty much it. It's probably quite a long video now, and yeah, it's a bit of a learning curve right now. It's the best I could do for showcasing it, I guess. And if you really want to find out any more info, obviously just download the beta and give it a test, I guess. And you can download my little add-on packs just to have a little play around as well, maybe. But let me know how you get on in the comment section. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'm DanRobzProbz.